There's nothing like winning the game.
Congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid. Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
We are now on to our second match of the day, and this is Quick Set powered by Smart. Still, this is Janine Sakal along with Jelena Lucenio and Kayla Reyes for our second match of the day. And earlier, we saw the Bethel Academy triumph over the LPU Junior Lady Pirates. And our match at hand is the Arellano University High School going up against the FEU Diliman Baby Tamaraos. And right after this match, we have the battle for bronze between the King's Montessori School versus the National University Nazareth School. And after that match is our much anticipated finals match between the Adamson University and the Bacolod Taytong High School. Now, this is the 2024 Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League live on the Smart Live Stream app, free and open to all networks. Also live on Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. You can also watch on Shakey Super League Facebook and on TV. And also on Solar Sports. And that was Quick Set brought to you by Smart.
In the second classification match, Arellano University High School and Far Eastern University Diliman face off for a chance to finish 5th in the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. It's again the Arellano University High School going up against the Baby Lady Tamaraos. As we discuss our updated bracket, earlier we saw LPU and Bethel Academy place for 7th and 8th place. And then for our match now, FEU and Arellano, who will be placing for 5th and 6th. Later after that match, we'll be seeing Kings and National University fight for bronze. And later for our last match, it's the finals between Adamson and Bacolod Taytong.
We have here the previous match results, having 55 attacks coming from Bethel, 51 from Arellano High School, 3 blocks from Bethel, 6 from Arellano, and 7 aces for both teams, and neck-on-neck and errors with 43 and 44.
That was a classification match result last June 6, where Arellano defeated Bethel Academy with their trio here. That's Sam Maranan, the second top scorer in the league with 27 points, followed by Catherine Chu and Crystal Pueblas with 16 points and 14 points respectively in that last match versus Bethel Academy. Now let's discuss and let's talk about FEU's last game performance versus LPU. That's FEU winning in 3 straight sets against LPU Cavite, 25-19, 25-22, and 25-18.
FEU scoring high on attacks with 43 and LPU only 18 with 1 block each. 7 aces for FEU and 4 for LPU, and a far difference from the errors with FEU having 36 and LPU with 24.
Now our smart key player, Clarice Loresco of the Far Eastern University Diliman with 9 points, 8 of those coming from attacks and 1 coming from a box, really standing tall there for FEU manning the offense.
Yes, coming from the UAAP as a first best middle blocker, Clarice Loresco is leading her team into victory in this game alongside with Lopez and Alonzo.
We'll now turn you over to our floor announcer for the callouts.
Adamson University Gym. This is the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League 2024. This is match number 42 between Far Eastern University Diliman Lady Baby Tamaraws and Arellano University Junior Baby Chiefs. Now let us meet the players from Far Eastern University Diliman Lady Baby Tamaraws. First off, the team captain at number 2, Rain Alonzo. First libero at number 14, Karel Suplico. Make way for their teammates at number 1, Alea Divisora. Number 3, Love Lopez. At number 5, Pat Arshaga. At number 8, Princess Tumayaw. At number 9, Sheila Pascual. At number 10, Clarice Loresco. At number 11, Kathleen Umal. At number 13, Christine Ramos. At number 15, Friendship Premailon. At number 17, Sheena Cafe. At number 18, Nina Maluto. Their second libero at number 20, Dance Relux. And now let us meet the players from Arellano University Junior Baby Chiefs. First off, their team captain at number 4, Chai Gavica. Their first libero at number 16, Pauline De Vera. Make way for their teammates at number 1, Penelope Vargas. At number 2, Rasha Hernandez. At number 3, MJ Palawan. At number 5, AJ Lepiten. At number 6, Catherine Chu. At number 7, Ria Diaz. At number 8, Sam Maranan. At number 9, Crizel Becania. At number 11, Iya Manligas. At number 13, Crystal Yane Legaspi. At number 14, Crystal Pueblas. And their second libero at number 10, Mavi Peralta. Presenting our game officials for this match. First, a referee, Mr. Spain Cabusa. Second referee, Mr. Ramil Liwag. And now let us meet the starters from both teams. So first off, from Arellano University Junior Baby Chiefs. First off, their setter at team captain at number 4, Chai Gavika. Opposite hitter number 2, Rasha Hernandez. Outside hitter number 6, Catherine Chu. Middle blocker number 7, Ria Diaz. Outside hitter number 8, Sam Maranan. Middle blocker number 14, Crystal Pueblas. Starting libero at number 16, Pauline De Vera. Coaching the Junior Baby Chiefs, Hebrew Sordea. And now let us meet the starters from Far Eastern University Diliman, Lady Baby Tamaraos. First up at number 2, middle blocker and their team captain, Rain Alonzo. Opposite hitter number 1, Alea De Visora. Middle blocker number 3, Love Lopez. Outside hitter number 10, Clarice Loresco. Their setter number 13, Kristen Ramos. Outside hitter number 18, Nina Maluto. Their starting libero at number 14, Karel Suplico. Head coach of the Lady Baby Tamaraos, Joan Bunag. It's the Junior Baby Chiefs versus the Lady Baby Tamaraos. This is the Shakey's Girls Volleyball.
Arellano University Junior Baby Chiefs going up against the Lady Baby Tamaraos. Let's take a look at the starting unit for Arellano. We have Maranan, Gavika, Diaz, Pueblas, Hernandez, Chu, and De Vera for their starting libero. On the other side of the court for FEU, we have Maluto, Alonzo, Ramos, De Vasora, Lopez, Loresco, and Soplico for their starting defender. So this is battle for 5th and 6th seed as Arellano starts things off for us here. We have Catherine Chu. This set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. So immediately, team captain Rain Alonzo with a point.
We could say that this game right here is the best of the best coming from the UAP and NCAA. Both teams having awardees in their respective leagues. It's just an exciting match to watch.
So whoever wins will be at 5th place. And whoever loses this match will fall at the 6th seed. Earlier, we saw Bethel Academy getting that 7th seed in the league and LPU Cavite at 8th. Ria Diaz serving here. Off-speed attack for De Vasora. Libero sets up Alonzo. She'll bring that one over. Alonzo will try again. That one, an attack error.
Alonzo trying to get that ball over. I think if I'm not mistaken, there has been a switch or a transition in her position coming from the UAP League. She used to be an opposite spiker.
And we also saw her play in that opposite position in the early preliminary rounds here in the Shakey's Girls Volleyball League. Very versatile player playing in both the open position and opposite. She is also leading as the team captain. Lifting violation called on team captain setter Gavika.
There was a momentary pause in her hand with the ball right there, kaya tinawagan siyang lifting.
Maranan brings that one over. Quick attack this time coming from FEU, care of Maluto.
It's a good reception coming from Soplico, converting that one into a fast play.
Good serve coming from Alonzo.
Good service. You know, when you're the team captain, you want to assert as much effort as you could give the team.
This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. So triple block. Still not something to be scared of for Sam Baranan.
Well, if you're the MVP of the NCAA Girls Division, you have all the courage and all the confidence that you could bring here to this game.
Lopez attacks from the open side. And that's Hernandez, denied at the net by Lovely Lopez.
One of the key advantages of FEU having a fairly tall lineup is a good blocking system.
FEU seemingly or arguably one of the tallest, if not the tallest teams that we have here this season of our GVIL tournament. As Loresco, towering tall in the front, denies access for Arellano.
If you're in front of the Resco, that is one of the things that you least want to do. A drop ball kasi maaabot niya din given her height.
Service ace for Nina Maluto. And that puts FEU up here at our first technical time because of that service ace care of Nina Maluto.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with smart postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with smart postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
This is still the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. And despite Clarice Loresco's consistent performance here in this tournament, she shared earlier that she's not satisfied at all with her performance. And there are so many things she still wants to improve. Perhaps this is her already being ready to level up and really submerge herself in the collegiate level. Sabi nga niya sa akin kanina, it's her last game naman na in the high school division and she just wants to enjoy it for her teammates. Now back to you, Kayla and Jelena.
Well, that is true that this is the last game of the Resco here in Shakey's division for the high school. But I believe she's still playing for Palarong Pambansa after this. And she has been contributing a lot to FEU all throughout her stay. And the improvement we could really see all throughout that career in high school.
Definitely, she was our MVP of the match in their last straight set win just a few days ago and continues to lead her team here as they lead by 3. Make that 4 after that service error by Arellano.
Arellano trying to get momentum against FEU.
Devosora serving now for FEU. That's a service ace.
FEU really handing a lot of good services here with already 3 or 4 aces only in the first set.
Getting a lot of free points there on the service deck, putting pressure on that reception of Arellano. Good read coming from Alonzo.
Yeah, she was already at the end line and Suplico made it feel like she was gonna get the ball.
Binabayaan yung dalawang paso. Puro short ball lang yung binibigay. Di ba? Tingnan nyo kung ano nangyari. Ha? Tapos, labanan nyo. Nakasyado nyo namang inaano na ayaw nyo ng labanan eh. Tayo ko nga sa inyo eh. Mas magandang uuwi tayong panalo kung uuwi tayong talo, di ba? Labanan nyo sila. Ayaw nyo na ata eh.
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Tama nga naman si Coach. Iba yung feeling pag umuwi ka galing sa laro na panalo ka kaysa sa talo. But along with that, panalo is the amount of effort that you have to exert. And we're definitely seeing a different side of effort here coming from Arellano. Parang medyo iba yung energy nila given on this side of the court.
Definitely not a good way to start this match. A very slow start here as we see this last point. Almost an ace. But Loresco taking care of business at the net there because of that over-receive. Devasora still on that service deck. Arellano really struggling with the reception here. Alonzo from the back row. Hernandez is denied at the net by Loresco and Lopez.
Loresco and Lopez just manning that down the line space at the net. Pag ikaw talaga yung spiker, what's the next thing that you're gonna do if ganun katangkad yung blockers mo?
Definitely you have Loresco and Lopez safeguarding that net. And no one there to cover that block coming from FEU. So FEU continuing to breeze through this first set.
Arellano still struggling on how to activate those key players. As Chu, Maranan, having a hard time with reception and defense as well.
So that's another service ace here for FEU, care of Devasora, who's been on the line for quite some time. FEU has a 10-point lead in the first set. Overpass there. Lopez, attack error. Coach Joanne contesting the call.
Yeah, seems like a back row player blocked the ball or dropped the ball.
So team captain Rain Alonzo speaking with our referees. But point will remain here with Arellano. We have Crystal Jane Pueblas, the middle blocker, to serve. Point remains with Arellano here. And that is another point for Loresco.
Good reception turned into a fast play with a Be Quick, getting a good point for FEU.
Good set there by Ramos.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
So second technical timeout. FEU still with a very dominant lead here at 10 points. Arellano struggling with the reception. And seemingly just their aura in general.
Yes.
Not their usual selves, but let's see if they can still bounce back in this first set.
Maybe it's also given the fact that both teams are well distinguished in their leagues. So the pressure is coming from there, trying to prove that they're good as well.
So another attack error here coming from Arellano.
Arellano leading a lot of errors in this set.
Lopez with the serve. That's an ace. Falls right on that line. Timeout called by Coach Hebrew. Let's listen in.
Ano, ayaw nyo na lumaro? Ayaw mo ba lumaro? O bakit ayaw nyo basa, ayaw nyo basa? Ang gaang ng service, oh. Hindi naman nagpo-float. Kahapon yan, nakukuha nyo yung mabibigat eh. Ba't ngayon ayaw nyo kunin yung magagaang? Ayaw nyo lumaro eh. Yun lang ibig sabihin yan, kaya ganyan kayo eh. Kasi kung gusto nyo lumaro, ang dali-dali nung service para makuha eh, di ba? O sige, sige.
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Well, tama nga si Coach, you really have to have the energy na para maglaro dito kasi we're looking for that energy right now coming from Arellano kasi yung FEU, G naman sila maglaro right now. We're just waiting for them to spark that plug up.
If I were Arellano, I'd focus first on bringing that energy back to the court. Definitely not a good start for them. Hernandez with the serve. Mistimed set coming from Ramos and Loresco. So point here for the Junior Lady Chiefs.
I think there was a miscommunication on the end of Ramos with Loresco. I think they were heading for a back quick but then medyo na short lang ang set niya.
Ramos chooses Alonzo and a powerful kill there coming from the team captain.
That was good reception, good set, and good timing.
That smart power play of the set was presented by Smart. Live more today. Loresco now at the back line as she serves. Attack from the middle here for Arellano and a lifting violation called on Devasora.
She was amused with herself as well. Lovely Lopez, actually, that was called for lifting.
FEU just laughing that one off as they have a 10-point lead still here. Alonzo. Maranan tries to respond. Lopez from the back. Maranan again. Powerful hits coming from Sam. Off-speed attack this time. Alonzo was there. Lovely Lopez goes for the drop. Good pancake save there by FEU. Free ball para sa Arellano. Maranan again. 1-2 play by Ramos. Maranan ends that rally with a boom.
It's actually the longest rally that he had here in the first set. And that was the energy that we were actually looking for since kanina pa. You could see the courage in Maranan's face.
Ramos, ball still alive here. Ramos brings it to the middle. 1-2 play by Maranan. That one sails out, so point here for FEU.
She wanted to put that ball back into the court of FEU, but then it sailed outside with missed timing.
Setter Christine Ramos on deck to serve. Attack from the middle for Arellano. Gavika chooses Maranan. There was a net touch called on FEU and she admitted it right away.
Well, if si Maranan din naman ang ibablock mo, manggigigil ka talaga kasi ang lakas nga ng bola niya and she knows where to place the ball as well.
Out of system play here for FEU. That one sails out for Devasora.
These errors of FEU are constituting to be a good sign for Arellano, inching the advantage to just 8.
Diaz with that serve. Ramos chooses the middle. And Arellano getting back-to-back points here, care of Sam Maranan.
Devasora was a little bit back from the net. That's why the ball came crashing down to the ground.
Ramos, free ball here for Arellano. Gavika chooses Maranan, and that ball not crossing over the net.
There was actually a miscommunication on the end of Gavika and Maranan. She's trying to say that hindi tuloy yung play, but then it was still given to her and gives the point to FEU.
Misset there by Gavika and Pueblas. Not the right set.
If I'm
for
not
the middle blocker.
mistaken, they're struggling a little bit with the communication of plays with Gavika.
Good serve there by Alonzo. Ramos in the back line. So that's an illegal attack. Free point for the Junior Lady Chiefs.
Ramos trying to save that ball from going to the other side of the court.
Gavika with that serve. Devasora. Maranan not able to fully block that ball.
Good play coming from Ramos. Trying to sway the blockers. Kala nila papalo ang open, but it was actually the opposite.
Maluto with the serve. Gavika to Maranan in the opposite. Ball still alive here. Able to cross that one over. Pueblas. Back row attack here for Arellano. Lopez goes for the drop. Unable to get that one across.
The set was a little bit tight for Lopez to make something out of. Then again, she's being reminded by her coach to just adjust.
Loresco in the middle. Chu bringing that one across. Drop ball here for Clarice Loresco is good. That puts FEU at set point.
That seemed to be an easy drop for Loresco right there, knowing that the receivers on the other end are a little bit far off the back.
Devasora with the serve for FEU, almost an ace. Arellano just struggling with the reception here. Good effort coming from the libero of FEU. Good for defense as well. Lopez, attack error once again.
Lopez with wrong contact on the ball. But we could see the effort from FEU's defense. Nahabol pa talaga ng libero yung lost ball na.
So subs here for Arellano. Legaspi coming in for Pueblas. As she serves. FEU still at set point here. Arellano able to save one because of that error by Lopez. Free ball here for FEU. Let's see what they do with it. Attack goes out here for Lopez.
That is the third error of Lopez.
Trying to go for that corner in the front line of Arellano.
Her teammates are trying to lift her up, and but this is a good sign for Arellano. And since they're allowed to catch up.
Arellano scoring here, care of Catherine Chu. Lopez struggling in this match. So Sheila Pascual subs in Lovely Lopez.
Only 6 to go for Arellano for them to catch up.
Ramos and Pascual, the newly subbed in player, ends the set here 25-18 versus Arellano. As we take a look at this last sequence, that's Pascual ending that rally.
That was a good set and a good substitution for Coach. They're ending the set on a high note for FEU.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Hey, congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
At first set, 25-18 in favor of FEU Diliman, with a dominant start here for them as we take a look back at what happened in this set for Arellano. A very slow start from them. We saw though some sparks coming from Maranan, but other players really need to step up here if they want to get back in the game. For FEU, very, as I mentioned earlier, strong start and dominance seen all throughout that set. Reigning service aces as we began that set, and credit to Alonzo, Devasora, Loresco, who are doing the damage for FEU.
Well, seeing that Arellano had a slow start, they also had trouble with their team chemistry, passing the ball, acknowledging who's gonna get the ball, and trying to transition on the end of FEU just showed that they had a strong personality and the will to win.
Let's see our numbers for set 1 here.
Have Arellano with only 6 attacks, 9 for FEU, 3 blocks for FEU, 1 service ace for Arellano, and 5 for FEU. But the errors of FEU is 11 and Arellano is 8 actually.
So Arellano able to catch up also because of the errors committed by FEU. So they really have to switch up their game here in the second set, and let's see if they'll be able to bounce back. Set 2 now underway. This set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. Alonzo with an attack. That one too long.
Seeing a new face for the second set with Premailon in.
So Coach Joanne Bunag switching things up here. Switching the rotation and making use of their bench. Premailon in as well as Tumayaw, their setter. And a point here for FEU Diliman.
Good anticipation coming from the blockers of FEU, sensing that it was a drop ball.
Good net presence and awareness. Quick attack here for Pueblas.
Now we're seeing Arellano getting back into the groove, having a different type of energy now actually since the first set.
Gavika rather. That's a point for the Junior Lady Chiefs as they lead 3-1.
FU now struggling with the reception from the strong service of Gavika.
Good pass there by the libero. Primaylon gets a check off Maranan's hands.
That was a good call from Primaylon since the set was already a little bit close to the net. She just tried to drop that one and outsmarted the blockers from the other side.
Pueblas in the middle. Free ball here for Arellano. Maranan. That one falls in.
Pascual misread that one, but that was a good attack coming from Maranan.
With a little help from the net misdirecting or changing the direction of that attack. Primaylon. Attack here from Legazpi. Good save there. Attack here. Attack error rather. Coming from Pascual, Sheila Marie.
We saw that she was going to put a drop ball on the other side of the court but ended up slipping from her hands.
It's an ace for Sam Maranan.
We're seeing a turn of events here on the second set with Arellano now leading with 4 points and FEU struggling in their 2-point.
Loresco, powerful attack, great defense there by Maranan. Good save by their libero. Free ball here for Arellano. Attack from the opposite. That's care of Chu. And Pascual getting that point for FEU here.
See the contact of Pascual. Her hands extending up and getting that point for FEU.
Arellano, better start here, leading 6-3. Good pancake save by the libero Soplico.
You gotta commend the effort that Soplico has been giving FEU since the first set. Parang wala talagang bolang lalapag when this girl is around the court.
Definitely in both departments, reception and floor defense. Throwing her body, getting a lot of pancake saves and dives to just save that ball. Liberos really never get enough credit as Pascual fires another one down the line.
One of the high flyers of FEU trying to score that one down the line.
Lead down to 1 now for FEU. Good pass there by Maranan. Attack error this time. So point here for the Tamaraws.
That was good reception. Actually, I like how she formed herself with that reception. But that was just converted well enough.
Chu with that attack. Free ball here for Arellano. Gavika gives it to Pueblas. Drop ball for Loresco. It sails out. So point for the Chiefs.
She's actually laughing about it since sinilip niya talaga kung saan niya pwede dalhin yung bola. But then, nasobra lang yung tulak niya.
Pueblas with the serve. Combination play there for FEU. Chu attacks. Pascual. That one, too much sauce, sails out. Attack error for FEU. And at the first technical timeout, Arellano finally leads here 8-6.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Our face of the day is brought to you by Shakey's. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. We have Z Hervasio in attendance here in the Adamson University Gymnasium as she supports the FEU Baby Lady Tamaraws.
One of the star players of Ateneo before, and now I believe she's one of the team coordinators or managers for FEU.
Point there coming from Catherine Chu, one of the top scorers in that trio for Arellano aside from Maranan. Contributing here in the second set for Arellano.
No, I mentioned a while ago that this game here is a game of the best since both teams are really well placed in both UAAP and NCAA. And now we're actually getting a chance to see that here in the second set. Kasi kanina parang iba yung energy na meron sa first set.
Pascual doing well so far for FEU ever since she was subbed in. Catherine Chu getting another point here for Arellano. So better aura and better movement inside
This
the court.
was the energy that we were looking for from Arellano. And FEU seems to be a little bit relaxed now rather than...
Let's now hear from Janine on the sidelines.
The Junior Baby Chiefs didn't make it to the classification matches in GVIL last year with only one win to their name. Kaya naman sabi ni Catherine Chu, sobrang saya niya today dahil umabot sila dito this time around. Despite not having a good start in the first set, the team is still looking to show how much they improved from last year. And according to Catherine, they really worked hard to have better chemistry, and we are starting to see that now in the second set. Now back to you, Jelena and Kayla.
Thank you, Janine. Well, Jelena, so far, Arellano doing a good job keeping their score close to FEU here. As I mentioned just a few moments earlier, better movement we're seeing on the floor from them.
And distinguishable improvement from last year's tournament. We're seeing a lot of good improvements from the players of the team.
So Diaz getting crafty with their attacks. Hindi na lang puro hard ball. Kanina medyo nababasa na rin ng FEU yung mga atake ng Arellano or Maranan in particular.
Bantay sarado na sila given that FEU is one of the best blocking teams in UAAP.
Tumayaw. Good rally so far. Maranan tries to end it, and she does.
That was a good attack coming from Maranan. Strong and concise with that one. Alonso really tried her best to get that ball up for FEU.
Timeout called by FEU. Let's listen in.
Relax yun. Okay, isang magandang pasa. Tapos yung block natin. Sabi ko sa'yo, tauhin mo na nga. Ha? Huwag ka nang sumama doon sa may gitna. Basta tauhin mo na dito. Hayaan mo na yung dalawa sa gitna. Ha?
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Kailangan nga magkapasa ng FEU here for them to be able to make something out of it. Eh kanina nakita naman talaga natin on their capacity pa kung nakakapasa sila. Loresco gave out a bounce ball in the front line and definitely they have the advantage kasi mas matatangkad sila.
So what's important here for FEU is that reception so that they're able to activate Loresco when she's in the front, as well as Alonzo, one of the tall spikers also for FEU at the wing. Maranan goes for the drop. That's set too close to the net, but Alonzo pushes it over. Point here for Arellano.
So Plico was trying to save that one, but that was a smart play. Actually, parang feeling ko hindi niya ini-expect na half lang ng kamay niya mag-touch the ball.
Tumayao gives it to Alonzo, and Alonzo gets an attack through the block.
And now that's when we say that the point was already taken from sa sinabi kanina ni Coach na if they have a first ball, they have a strong offense.
Tumayao, their playmaker in this second set, doing a good job so far, and Coach Joanne giving, of course, these other FEU Lady Baby Tamaraw some exposure and playing time aside from their starting unit earlier that we saw in the first set.
You have to love that, you know, these coaches are trying to expose all of their players, giving them a chance. Kasi lahat naman ng players nagte-training and they're really exerting a lot of effort in those trainings.
Tumayao chooses Alonzo. Good pick up there by the libero of Arellano. That's De Vera. Puntos na naman para sa Lady Chiefs.
That was supposed to be actually a good play kasi lahat nakaabang na dun, napapaluin ni Alonzo. But then it was a misset, giving the advantage to Arellano.
Arellano with the 3-point lead. Alonzo scores one off the block.
Alonzo still asserting dominance. You know, if you have that height and that flight, you might as well make a lot of points and contributions to your team.
Maranan denied at the net by Maluto and Pascual.
That was a good block coming from Maluto. Reading that spike and just head on first with that block.
That play read well by FEU's blockers. Coming from Gavica's combination play. Attack too long here for Sam Maranan.
Now we're having a deadlock with 14-14 here. Kanina medyo malayo pa yung lamang ng Arellano.
So Plico with a dig. Pascual in the wing. Gavica gives it to Pueblas. And Pueblas gets a point there.
That was a smart play coming from Pueblas. Taking advantage that the defense of FEU is medyo nakalikod ng konti.
Alonzo with the reception. Maluto denied there. Joust at the net. So Plico will set up Pascual off-speed attack. Now a double violation called on Gavica.
A double. The point goes to FEU now, still tied at 15.
Free ball here, but no one able to bring that ball across as they had miscommunication.
And that's where we don't want miscommunication to happen, since there might be someone who will get injured.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
So second technical timeout this time, opposite from what we saw in that first technical timeout. This time, FEU with a lead.
Yes.
Earlier, we saw Arellano with a good start.
With a slow start now is FEU. Ngayon sila naman yung medyo mabagal yung takbo ng laro. But we're now seeing them in advantage with 1 point. Kudos to their team effort.
Set too low from Gavica to Puebla. So Lepitan in for Pueblas. Some subs here for Coach Hebrew Sardea of the Junior Lady Chiefs. Gavica to Maranan, and Maranan finding the hole in the defense of FEU here.
That was a good down-the-line hit coming from the Arellano Lady Chiefs. Seeing that Alonzo was a little bit off in the defense.
Premailon gets a point in the opposite.
Premailon trying to get a point here for FEU. You know, we've been feeling the players of FEU kasi parang well-distributed talaga yung bola nila. It's not like just one player is trying to score.
Although a service error committed by Nina Maluto. Sorry, that was Premailon, Frenchie Premailon of FEU.
Still have 1 point advantage here for FEU.
Tumaya, 1-2 play. Well deceived coming from the playmaker here.
Arellano was actually expecting for her to send it to Loresco, since that's what they have been doing since the first set. There's a good reception. It's Loresco in front, then the ball goes to her.
Gavica to Chu. Ball still in play here. Chu will try again. That one sails out. Point for the Tamaraws.
Good call by the referees there, not seeing anything and giving the point to FEU.
Gavica to Chu. Trying to use those hands and get a touch from the block, although hitting that one.
We now have a 4-point advantage on the side of FEU.
Pacheck mo. Eh, hindi naman pacheck yung gagawin mo eh. Da-drop ball mo palayo eh. Outside talaga yan. Saba, lumamang kayo ng 4, tapos pinalamangan nyo ng 4. Sayang yung trabaho nyo kung ibibigay nyo sa kanila, di ba? Trabahuhin nyo yan. Napakalayo po. Benching ko po bago matapos yun. Trabahuhin nyo!
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Well, tama nga naman si Coach. Malayo pa ang set point. And sayang nga naman talaga yung binigay nilang effort kanina if they will allow FEU to score 4 more points ahead of them coming from a 4-point disadvantage.
Yes, they even led in that first technical timeout. Then after the second technical timeout, all things were just going right for FEU. But tama nga naman si Coach Hebrew, malayo pa ang score. Kayang-kaya pang habulin.
And he
ng
was also
Arellano.
pointing out that there were intentions of checking the ball sa kamay ng blockers, but then iba yung execution na ginagawa. It's more of a drop ball.
Service ace here for Arellano, care of Legaspi.
2 service aces for Legaspi, putting the reception of FEU in a dislodge.
The timeout called earlier, doing well for Arellano as the momentum shift to their side, but a response here coming from Clarice Loresco.
Clarice Loresco just reaching up into the air and putting that ball down onto Arellano's court.
That smart power play of the set was presented by Smart. Live more today. Service error though, coming from Loresco after scoring a point.
Parang nagmamadali siya dun sa pag-serve niya, kakapito lang, tapos hinagis niya na yung bola.
Tumayaw to the middle, that's Maluto. And overreaching violation called on Maluto. Too aggressive there at
Yes.
the net.
The setter of Arellano had the intention to set the ball, and then she reached over the net, causing it to be an overreaching.
Lead of FEU only at 1. Now at a deadlock at 22 apiece. After that overpass, and Tumayaw unable to adjust to that ball.
Taas muna, taas lang, taas lang.
Pasa nyo, huwag mo yung masyadong idikit dun sa net. Hindi niya naman, masyadong ano.
Taas lang, taas muna.
Kahit dun lang medyo sa kalahati niya lang.
Isa pa, isa pa.
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
And we're back to it again. Sabi nga ni Coach, one good pass could make a big difference dun sa play nila. And kanina, there were 2 consecutive service aces coming from Arellano on the end of FEU. And they really have to change the chemistry and their reception for them to be able to score here.
Gavika to Maranan. There was a net touch on the side of FEU, and that also would have been a point for Maranan. But subs coming back in, we have Devosora and Ramos.
Have a double sub here, putting a bigger lineup in front for FEU. Usually teams do this for blocking purposes and attacking purposes.
And their starting unit back on the
Yes.
floor. Well, their starting setter, rather, and Devosora. But Chu throwing that serve away, not something you would like to see
Yeah.
in this crucial part of this set, as we are now at deadlock again at 23.
This is the 4th deadlock here in this set.
Gavika to Maranan. Ramos chooses Alonzo. And Alonzo gets that one to go.
Alonzo hitting that through the hands of the blocker and into the corner of the court where Chu was not ready to defense the ball.
Timeout called by Coach Hebrew.
Minsan bumababa na dito si Silaw. Nandito na si Libero. Nandito na si Silaw. Diba? Mataas to, mataas. Kung gusto mo i-cross court, padaanin mo dito. Diba? Kung hindi, butas to. Pahirapan mo na lang sila ng drop ball, wag puro palo. Diba? Sampasa muna, sampasa. Kunin nyo muna tong isang point, tapos saka tayo umikot ng pangalawa, ha? Pag bumalik, block muna, ha? Block.
Well,
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
according kay Coach, kailangan nilang magka-idea on how to put the ball on the side of FEU here na mahihirapan din sila kasi kanina pa sila nagbibigay ng free ball and when they spike, it's always in the blocker's hands.
So set point now for FEU. They go for that short serve. Maranan, single block there by Maluto, and Maluto posted alive here. Looked like it was a point. Good defense coming from Arellano. Alonzo brings that one over. Maranan drop ball. Ramos to Alonzo. Free ball here for the Tamaraws. Alonzo ends the rally with an exclamation point.
That was a good hit by Alonzo. Very straightforward to the cross court. And what a great way to end the set here for FEU, tying it with 25-23.
Score for that second set, 25-23, still in favor of FEU.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with smart postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with smart postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
(25-23) is our score in that second set. Still won here by FEU as we look at the recap for our second set for Arellano. Catherine Chu and Sam Maranan stepping up here, and they even led at that first technical timeout. So an overall better performance from Arellano University.
Yes, we saw a different kind of energy from Arellano University at the start of the set, but FEU was able to pull themselves back up in the near end with having 25-23 to end this set. Alonzo asserting dominance as well as Loresco. A little bit struggle in the passing area, but still a good set win.
Definitely the second unit of FEU really stepping up again with assistance from Loresco and Alonzo. So let's see if Arellano can still turn things around in this third set. But before that, let's take a look at our set 2 numbers.
With Arellano having 10 attacks and FEU 14 blocks, 2 from FEU, aces, 2 from Arellano and 1 from FEU, and still FEU with 11 errors and Arellano with 8. I think it's the same thing that we're seeing here since the first set.
FEU should also be limiting their errors as they also committed 11, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
in that first set. This set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. Alonzo brings that one over. Too much angle. So point here for the Baby Chiefs.
I think she was aiming for a roll shot down the line, but then nasobrahan yung kabig ng kamay niya.
Alonzo. Attack goes out. Point remains with Arellano.
Alonzo asking for a check ball, but it goes in favor of Arellano.
Sheena Cafe in the ball game as the setter for FEU. So a different lineup again here for the Tamaraws, as well as Arshaga in the middle. And right on cue, Arshaga gets a point off the block.
Coach mixing things up in the side of FEU. You know what? I think this is also the reason why Arellano is having a hard time to defeat FEU here in this game, since very unfamiliar yung mga pinapasok ng mga tao. A lot of shuffling happening. So parang once they predict a play, magbabago na naman yung tao.
So Arshaga checking in the ball game only in this third set. We still have Devosora and of course Soplico, our libero, really doing a good job here for FEU, especially with their floor defense, as Maranan commits an error here.
Maranan going for a down the line, but then she was a little bit far off the net for that hit to happen.
Maranan tries again. Coverage was there for FEU. Pascual gets a point here.
Sheila Pascual putting that down the line with a heavy hit that the libero of Arellano cannot receive.
Service ace here for FEU.
A good service ace coming from Alonzo, who's the team captain.
We saw that in the first set, FEU racking up a lot of service aces as we began the match. Alonso sets up Pascual, although she commits an attack error this time around.
To be the same thing happening here from the second set. We're having a tight game and a couple of deadlocks.
Gavika to serve for the Chiefs. Off-speed attack is good here for Devosora.
Devosora taking advantage of the defense of Arellano being a little bit aback and creating a campfire that no one would be able to get the ball since of miscommunication.
And changing things up, aside from the powerful attacks that FEU has been displaying. Although that attack sails out again, Maranan struggling quite a bit in this match. Not her usual output, I mean, as compared to our last game.
Now in the third set, we're still struggling to see the games that they played before. It's a little bit off than usual.
So Puebla's getting a point with a little help from the net. So far, Maranan, Chu, and Puebla's contributions coming from those three girls. But again, as I mentioned, still not comparable to their last game performance, as Chu commits an attack error there.
A lot of errors coming from wrong execution. Alam mo yung parang minamadali yung pag-approach, minamadali yung pag-execute ng mga motion. That's what causes sometimes yung mga errors.
Devosora trying to go for a short ball there. So service error for the Tamaraws.
FEU has been committing a lot of service errors here in the third set, and that's what's not allowing them to pull away from Arellano.
Clarice Loresco gets a point, and FEU with the lead here in the first technical timeout.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with Smart Postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Our TNT budget tropa of the game magload na sa inyong suking tindahan. The Arellano Baby Lady Chiefs still in the game here against FEU, hoping to end in 5th place.
We could consider this tournament actually as a preseason for the high school division since UAAP and NCAA starts a little bit earlier. And if I'm not mistaken, around September to December of this year. And it's a great way to field in all those players na wala pang exposure masyado. A good way for the team to build up their chemistry. And overall, it's just a great opportunity for everybody.
Definitely a good opportunity for these high school girls. But for the collegiate division naman, we still have 2 more leagues in the Shakey's trilogy, if I must say. We have the National Invitationals happening. And after that, we also have the SSL Preseason Championship for both the collegiate division. So for sure, our volleyball fans are in for a treat as we have a lot more games coming to you this year. But meanwhile, substitutions again for Arellano. Number 13, Legazpi, out. Gavica to the middle to Diaz. And Diaz gets a point.
Diaz, we're sensing a little bit of her presence now compared to the last 2 sets. And we really need to see the girls of Arellano step up here if they want to win the set.
Point again, coming from Rain Malonzo.
A good joust in the net by Alonso.
Service error coming from the Tamaraw, so 3 points still here for Arellano. Diaz to serve. Malonzo, powerful attack but good save by Arellano. Net touch on the side of the Chiefs. So point for FEU. Well, so far, Jelena, what is going right for the Tamaraws?
I think what's going on that's keeping Arellano afar from FEU is that the play is distributed well enough that mahirap siya basahin for Arellano, as well as the reception and the defense on the side of FEU is very intact since the first set. I mean, like, they had times of faltery reception and receives, but they still had to recuperate and do things like that. And in the end, okay pa din yung lalaro nila.
And something I also noticed was that their points are scattered amongst their attackers. It's not just one sole person na gumagawa para sa Tamaraws. You have everyone contributing on the floor. So Devasora, one of those girls contributing here for FEU. Gavica to the newly subbed. Sorry, that was Hernandez. But we have Palawan in the ball game. Mary Joy as the middle blocker for Arellano.
That was a good intention coming from Pascual, but it sailed a little bit out.
Out of system play now, so free ball here for Arellano. Palawan in the middle. That point goes to FEU as an attack was called out.
I think this is the first time that we're seeing Palawan here in for the court of Arellano. And let's see if she'll give a different story here for the girls.
Maranan from the back row, too much power. Point for the Tamaraws once again.
Maranan still committing errors.
Puebla's back in the ball game for Palawan. Puebla's soft touch. Loresco one-on-one with Pueblas.
Loresco taking advantage of the defense of Arellano, scrambling at the back. Actually, kanina ko pa nanonotice na pag si Loresco yung pumapalo or even Alonzo, Arellano is having a hard time to position themselves in the defense.
Well, Jelena, if you were part of this Arellano team, what do you think you or that they need to do in order to get back in the game?
Yeah, kanina ko pa nanonotice, they're a little bit quieter than usual. So, really need to see them communicate kasi it's not going to be a telepathic thing na pag ikaw nakita mo yung bola and your teammate sees the ball as well, it immediately means that the other one's gonna get it for you. So, you really have to speak up on who's gonna get the ball.
Medyo nga naging tahimik ang Arellano after that stronger start of a second set. So second technical timeout now because of that point coming from FEU. So 16-12 is the score.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with smart postpaid, powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with smart postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
The Shakey Super Fan of the Day is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Our volleyball fans enjoying Sunday afternoon here at the Adamson University Gym as we have 2 more matches after this classification for 5th and 6th seed. Next game, we have the battle for bronze between Kings Montessori School and National University Nazareth School. And later on at 4 p.m., that's our much-awaited finals and championship match with Adamson University going up against Bacolod Taytong High School. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is also the first time that those 2 squads will be going head-to-head for the gold medal.
Yes, since last year we had California Academy and Naga battling each other for the gold spot. Now we have different teams showing up in the finals.
So for this season of GVIL, we will be crowning a new winner. As you mentioned, it was California Academy last year. So this time it will either be Adamson or Bacolod Taytong High School. But back to the ball game. FEU with a 4-point lead in this 3rd set. Few points away from bagging this match. Attack error by Maranan, so point again for the Tamaraws.
Maranan trying to hit that high ball, but then sending it straight to the net. You know, when it comes to back row attacks, it's really important that you have the right timing and the right execution.
Single block there by Arsiaga on Chu. Loresco unable to get to that ball. So point here para kay Sam Maranan.
Maranan, good call on that cross-court hit.
That smart power play of the set was presented by Smart. Live more today. Back row attack here for FEU. So that is good for Pascual.
Pascual just saw that hole in the corner, and the libero of Arellano wasn't able to move instantly to get it.
Five-point lead for FEU. Sam Maranan denied at the net by Arsiaga and Alonzo.
FEU still asserting dominance in the blocking department here on the third set.
Anim na, oh. Kanina ilan lang yan? 3? 4? Huwag niyo pabayaan. Puro braso na naman ang ginawa mo. Hindi na nag-iisip, oh. Lalawang malaking blocker, tapos pinag-4 mo pa siya. Tingnan mo kung sino yung blocker mo. Tingnan mo kung sino blocker mo. Hindi ka makakadaan basta-basta doon. Laki ng blocker mo, eh, di ba?
That huddle was powered by Smart. Live more today.
Tama nga naman si Coach. Given the blockers of FEU are very much at advantage sa height department, you really want to think kung saan mo lalagay yung bola. Kasi volleyball isn't just about palakasan ng palo or kung sino mas mataas tumalon. But it's how you execute and how you place the ball in order for you to get the point.
Maranan, powerful hit. That one hits the end line. So substitutions again for Coach Hebrew. Number 9 in the ball game, Pecania, for Rona Diaz.
Coach wants to be sure here with the serve, knowing that FEU is inching closer to win the set and the game.
Good pass by Soplico. And quick attack there coming from Arsiaga.
Weblas neck and neck with Arsiaga in the front line. Still making that one a playable.
Rain Alonso with the serve. Maranan just breaking down those walls built by FEU. So much power in those attacks.
Yeah, you could really actually hear the impact of the ball and sa kamay nila. So that just shows how strong the ball of Maranan is.
And just unfazed by the taller blockers in front of her. As Devasora is blocked. Lifting violation called on Devasora there.
Bantay na bantay si Devasora at the opposite side of the court. Arellano still holding on to this set.
Good serve coming from Arellano. Pascual. Fearless at the net there.
Sheila Pascual, not the tallest, but very high leaper. She always knows how to get that ball as a point for FEU.
Yung talagang pinadaan
Yeah.
niya sa kamay ng mga blockers ng Lady Chiefs. Drop ball by Maranan does not go over the net.
She actually wanted to do a drop ball, but it was just a little bit short. And given na mas malaki talaga yung blockers ng FEU, it's bound to go back to their side.
Hernandez with that attack. Pascual, back-to-back points for Sheila Pascual.
Sheila Pascual, still courageous. Or should I say brave, since they're the Tamaraos. And we're seeing a new face here for FEU side, which is Umal, a middle blocker.
Match point now for FEU. And that does it. Sorry, I thought that was a
Yeah, I thought it was
attack error.
actually it was a check ball on the end of Umal.
But that's a point for Arellano. Service ace after that point made by Sam Maranan. Umal now in the front.
Miscommunication there between Pascual and Alonzo on who's going to receive the ball.
New libero as well for FEU.
That seemed to be a lucky shot there for Alonzo, having that ball slip through the hands of Arellano's libero.
Now that does it for FEU Diliman, who are our 5th placers in the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League versus Arellano University here, who are at the 6th seed. So better rankings from last season. Good performance coming from FEU, very dominant, winning in straight sets. And for Arellano, props to them as well for putting up a good fight against the Tamaraos.
There's nothing like winning the game.
Hey, congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Enjoy only 5G data, only calls and texts, and only Netflix mobile on us. All with smart postpaid, powerful SIM-only plans starting at $9.99. Get it on eSIM online, only with smart postpaid.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. There's nothing like winning the game.
Hey, congrats sa promotion.
There's nothing like leveling up. There's nothing like the first face-to-face. There's nothing like meeting the fam. For great times, great memories.
There's nothing like Shakey's.
Our final score, 25 to 18, 25 to 23, 25 to 19, all in favor of for FEU Diliman. This MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. Jelena, who is our MVP of the match for this game?
Our MVP for the match of this game is none other than Mary Caril Soplico, showing relentless effort and bravery inside the court. No matter what happened, hindi talaga lumapag yung bola, basta andyan siya sa loob.
Let's hear from her and Janine.
Yes, Kayla and Jelena, I am here with our Shakey's MVP of the match, Mary Suplico. So, Mary, congratulations to you and the baby Tamaraos. Now, in your past few games, ilang beses ka na-injured, diba? So, what made you want to keep getting back up and play again?
Um, yung natutunan, yung ano po, yung pag... Ulit.
Okay, halata naman masyadong overwhelmed pa sila sa pagkapanalo natin today. So, sabi ko nga, Mary, ilang beses ka na-injured sa game na ito. So, ano yung naging drive mo para bumalik ka ulit sa court? Kahit ilang beses ka na na-injured, nagdudugo na yung nose mo, pero gusto mo pa rin maglaro. Saan galing yung drive mo para maglaro dito?
Para po sa FEU po, tapos sa teammates ko po, at pinapangako ko po sa sarili ko na mag-isa lang ako ng libero. Tapos yung libero ko po una-una po, na allergy pa po, tapos wala akong backup, tapos ganun po. Tapos sana manalo po kami this game. Tapos yung last game na po namin dito, magkasama.
Thank you, Mary. Now, meron ka bang gustong batiin na nanonood sa'yo today?
Binabati ko po yung family ko sa Iloilo and yung coaches ko, Coach Romalos, Coach RJ, Coach Jigay, at binabati ko yung teammates ko sa Iloilo po.
Kitang-kita naman kung gaano kasaya ang baby Lady Tamaraws today. So congratulations to you guys. And dahil ikaw ang ating Shakey's MVP of the match, you get to enjoy all these gifts from Shakey's. And congratulations to this team. Now back to you, Kayla and Jelina.
Congratulations again to the Lady Baby Tamaraws and to our MVP of the match, Soplico. Let's check out our Smart Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart Power All 99. Load now for set 1. A very slow start here for the Arellano Junior Lady Chiefs. We saw some sparks and tidbits from Maranan, but other players needed to step up. Reception for them was really just missing. But from the side of FEU, a very dominant all throughout. Service aces racking up on their side of the court. And big credits here to team captain Alonzo, Devasora, and Loresco for doing the damage in this first set.
Yeah, we saw a different type of energy coming from Arellano compared to their previous games, but nonetheless, FEU still showed what they showed all throughout this season of Shakey's girls.
For set 2, a better performance here coming from Arellano with Catherine Chu stepping up as well as Sam Maranan. They even led at that first technical timeout. So overall, a better and more efficient performance coming from Arellano. But for FEU, we have to really commend our smart MVP of the match, Soplico, in terms of her reception and floor defense. And of course, their second unit really stepping up here with assistance from their first stringers, Loresco and Alonzo.
Yeah, we saw different people being fielded in for the side of FEU, giving Arellano really a hard time for them to read and predict the actions of FEU.
And for our third and final set, FEU still winning that one. Of course, for FEU, we have to give credit to Pascual and Arshaga for stepping up here for FEU, even if they were not fielded in at the beginning of the match.
And then again, the mixing and matching of FEU really placed them on a higher note on this game, since all their actions were very unpredictable and giving Arellano a hard time. But credits to Maranan, Chu, and Pueblas for really exerting a lot of effort into this game and placing a higher spot since the last season.
Definitely, we saw effort from Sam Maranan and Catherine Chu, as well as Pueblas all throughout, but that was just not enough for the Lady Tamaraws today. As we see here, our match total numbers.
We have 25 attacks coming from Arellano and 38 from FEU, 6 blocks from FEU and none from Arellano. We have also 7 aces from FEU and 4 from Arellano. But then again, FEU has 31 errors and Arellano with only 24.
That's also why Arellano was able to keep their score at bay, because of the errors and free points that FEU was giving. So up next for our battle for bronze, it's National University Nazareth School taking on King's Montessori School led by the Lieses twins. This has been Kayla Reyes, Jelina Lucenio, and Janine Sakal. We'll be back for our battle for third.